Unless your firm's on Instagram, LinkedIn and all the rest of them, it somehow feels out of date and you could well be losing customers. For some of us, marketing online comes naturally, tapping into our natural creativity. And one such woman is Amelia Sordell, a social media guru who started her own personal branding business during the pandemic lockdown with zero investment. The business is now growing strongly and making money, turning over £1 million after accumulating over 100,000 followers, to whom Amelia offers free advice to those trying to build their own online brand. The company Klowt, with a K, has helped lots of businesses grow and stand out from the rest by using social media. So here she is with me in the studio, the personal branding expert, Amelia Sordell, my latest guest on Money Talks. Amelia, great to have you in the studio. We love welcoming people that create businesses, particularly young people who create businesses. It was lockdown, you're probably in your tracky bottoms, probably spending a bit too, getting up late like all the rest of us. What made you start a business?
God, I think like a lot of people, I was sitting in the four walls of my home with my two crazy children who were also going insane. And I thought, like, is this really my life? Like, do I really want to be doing this, the rat race, working for someone else for the rest of my life? And so had a bit of a moment of madness, quit my job on a Friday, decided to start, safe job as well, I was about to get promoted into. Started my business on a Monday and by Thursday had my first 2 clients. And it's all been from
It's all
there.
about belief?
Yeah. Well, it's
backing yourself?
It is backing yourself, but also I'd started building my personal brand already up to that point, which I think is a really important point.
So you're already quite into social media, Instagram and TikTok, I guess, and all the other stuff.
TikTok's a recent addition, but LinkedIn definitely.
Yeah.
So in my prior role, I was helping businesses and founders of those businesses build their own personal brands because I could see the value of people buying from people, right?
Yeah.
We all know people do business with people. It's why you're sitting here today, because people want to speak to you and hear what you think. That's how we all buy things. So I could already see that way was going, like in marketing was going that way. And then the pandemic happened and all of a sudden we were sitting at home scrolling through our phones, just desperate for some kind of connection with someone. So it made sense to me that I should start a business to help founders reach the people that they want to reach who are currently sitting at home scrolling through their phones.
So say if I was a 55-year-old small business owner sitting at home watching On the Money with Liam Halligan on GB News. Not only would I be very clever in my viewing habits, but I might be thinking about my business. And here I see a young woman into social media. I may still be thinking, social media? I don't need social media. What would you say to them?
Look, I get a lot of those, so we'd be in good company. I think the reality is this, right? If you're running a business, sales is your bloodline.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You need to make as much money as possible so then you can pay your staff, so then you can profits, etc. The reality is you only have 24 hours in a day. You only have 24 hours in a day. Your sales team only have 24 hours in a day. So there's only so many phone calls, so many connections you can make in that time. Social media enables you to have an infinite number of conversations, like forever, right? I can reach millions of people with just one tweet, with just one LinkedIn post. To reach 1 million people over the phone, that would take more than my lifetime.
So a business owner who's a bit older, even if they've no interest in social media themselves, their business really does need social media and they're seriously missing a trick if they don't have social media.
Absolutely.
And it's not just about having a website, is it? It's about using the likes of Twitter, using the likes of LinkedIn, Instagram and many other applications to get your name and the link to your website out there.
Absolutely. And to kind of touch on that point, it's not just about being on every channel. It's about being on the channels that your customer is on, right? So if your business sells B2B, you're much more...
Business to business.
Correct. You're much better off in being on LinkedIn because other businesses are on that platform, right? If you're selling to consumers and it's a, like a makeup product or something that people would buy and have in their homes, then potentially potentially Instagram or TikTok might be better for you. So it's not just about being on social media. It's about understanding where your customer is and then going to your customer where they spend most of their time, which is on their phone. But back to your earlier question about, if you're a 50-year-old bloke who's sitting there thinking, why should I be on this social media thing?
Not that I'm a 50-year-old bloke.
And how should I do it? I think the first and foremost thing is people need to understand that as I said earlier, people buy from people. You as an individual have 10x the reach of your company brand online. Leads brought in through the founder's personal brand convert 7 times more frequently. You get your brand messages when you share them as a founder are reshared 24 times more frequently than from your company social. So I'm not saying personal branding as in marketing yourself as a founder versus marketing your business replaces company branding. But if you're looking for quick wins and you want to get, some business through the door and people knowing who your business is, it's much easier to do that by infiltrating communities as the founder than from the company brand, which is what my company does.
So you traded your tracky bottoms maybe for a nice suit or whatever.
Pink suit.
You got yourself a couple of clients quite early. That gave you the confidence, and you're now turning over
a decent amount of money. Yeah.
Pretty serious money.
Yeah, we have an office in Covent Garden. We've got a team of 11. We've done that in less than 24 months. So.
And are you going to keep those physical offices, or because we spoke to a 360 law firm earlier this week, a law firm that is turning over huge amounts of money. They have no offices whatsoever. But you feel you need offices. You need that sort of creative spark.
Yeah, I'm a startup, right? Yeah. I was having this conversation, interestingly, with someone recently who's a friend, and he runs a huge agency. Like, they're global. They have hundreds and hundreds of members of staff. And they've gone remote, and they have these hubs where people can come and work if they want to, right? But for me, that's not going to work because my business is brand new. Like, we don't have a culture yet, so we have to build one together. Yeah. And I think that's impossible to do that exclusively from home. And to be honest, I appreciate this is biased, but why on earth would you want to sit at home for your entire life? Like, I want to be with people. I want to communicate. I want to collaborate. And also, you've got to think of the knowledge sharing, right? You learn so much from osmosis and being in an office and just listening to people's conversations. You don't get that from home.
Yeah. So what's the future? How big could Klowt be? Good name.
Klowt, yeah, everyone says that, thanks. Anyone would think I was in
Klowt was a band when I was a kid. It was a kind of all-girl band that were pretty big for a while. I don't think it was spelt Klowt though. But it's a good name because you got Klowt, right?
Got Klowt, yeah. That's
what's the dream, as Simon Cowell says?
The dream is to be. I always say to people, I see the kind of vision for the business as being a department store. So you come to us to blow your brand up online. I want to be able to do podcasts, do PR, do your social media, do your speaking gigs, do your talent gigs. I want to be the IMG of founders and entrepreneurs, basically. And we all know how big IMG is. It's $1 billion business. And I think it's really important to say as well, because I was listening to your segment earlier, I got terrible grades at A-level. Awful. And I'm sitting here now having built a business. I was 30 when I started it, 32 in next week, and have done, good things, I think, so far. You don't need to worry too much about your grades. And again, your university segment, I think university is a completely broken system, but maybe we can talk about that another time.
Well, Amelia Sordell, founder of Klowt, my latest guest on Money Talks. I wouldn't bet against you.